Again, the Celtics a perfect 7-0 at home in the playoffs. The Cavaliers, meanwhile, won a couple of road games in their first-round series against Washington, but 0 for 3 in this series. Good defense from Serbiak. Kendrick Perkins taking his time, blocked by Wallace. Still Celtic ball with 6 on the shot clock.
You know, one thing that Coach touched on early.
Rebounding guard able to haul it in. Watching Pierce and James as Pierce puts in the first one. Watching these two.
That's good defense by Wallace.
I stand corrected. Hey, when you're wrong, you can either fight it or say you were wrong.
Kenny Merrill, we apologize as West knocks down the shot.
I'm not going that far. I'm surprised Boston's had so much trouble scoring.
And they've done a great job of realizing how the Celtics can hurt them and taking them out of those things.
Most notably, Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. Serbiak now on Pierce on this possession. Garnett, good wide open shot.
I really like the aggressiveness of Paul Pierce early. Missed the lap and finds Garnett.
The teams are combined 5 or 8. An offensive explosion on what has been so far one of the lowest scoring playoff series in the history of the NBA. Serbiak misses. Garnett, tough rebound in traffic. Of course, as we mentioned, Celtics with the Game 7 experience against Atlanta. Garnett also had a big Game 7 experience when he was with Minnesota. Had one of the best games of his career. Gets inside, feeding Perkins. Ilgauskas grabbed his jersey, and Perkins still able to put it in.
It's easier to get ready to play defensively versus if you're out of it by mid-season, your defense intensity wanes.
James to the basket. Oh, a hard foul. Ray Allen hit him. Nothing dirty there, and James will go to the line for 2.
Let's talk about great defenders. You're only as good as the guys behind you. This is the same defense that Pierce was playing, but guys came quicker. That time allowed James to get all the way to the rim. Talk about spectacular strength and still the ability to get to the rim. Just couldn't get the finish.
St. Vincent, St. Mary, my mercy me.
James to the free throw line. Now that's his 72nd free throw attempt of this series. The Celtic with the most free throw attempts is Pierce, and that's only 31. James so good at getting to the free throw line. Celtics are only shooting 37%, but they're +6 on the boards. Garnett, tough shot. Smith right on him.
In New Orleans, I think it'll be a very close game.
I think if you can't have a team that's been there and done that, give me a team that doesn't know any better. That's the Hornets led by Chris Paul. They will be very effective at home.
James on the drive. Posey stays with him. Oh, pretty shot, LeBron James.
He's 6 points for the rest of the team.
He's getting to the line. Pierce gets inside. Pierce left-handed. Pierce getting it done early. 13 points. Delonte West, and he's fouled by Posey.
Over the last 2 games, I've seen Paul Pierce run more pick and rolls than I ever remember.
You say, what can he not do? He has the package offensively, as good as it gets on the offensive end. Posting, knocking down shots, isolation, and putting the ball on the floor.
He had a huge Game 5. Like a lot of his teammates, he's been very strong at home. Not as good on the road. Meanwhile, West knocks down a couple of shots.
Transition.
Pierce steps back for 3. Gets it to go. Hits the front of the rim and goes forward. Here's setting it up. Here's Smith. Smith's help defense has been excellent in this series. Posey, open 3. Puts it in.
The screen and making the play. So help comes to him, and he finds Posey all by himself.
Celtics have been awful from three-point range in this series. They're 3 for 5 today. West has it blocked, gets it back. Pavlovic stripped by Posey. Here comes Eddie House. It's a foot race. Serbiak acts. Oh, Posey somehow gets off the shot and draws the foul. House's hustle made that play. Earlier about Cassell took over when Cassell was signed as a free agent. House, who was playing a lot of regular season minutes.
But give Eddie House credit. So many guys say, hey, if I get an opportunity, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this.
Marajau making an 8-point deficit.
Getting baskets. If you're the Celtics, you have to stay solid offensively.
Garnett. Pierce, wide open three. Bang! Pierce. James. Back out Zerbiak. Shot clock down to 3. Garnett. Lost. Took it away. Here goes Garnett. Up for the layup. And he's fouled. Hard foul from Zerbiak. But a clean one. And Garnett goes down. He'll shoot 2.
That's a flagrant foul. I think that's a flagrant foul.
Let's take a look again.
To not allow KG to get a three-point play.
Think it, and it saved him a point.
Second. Damon Jones back in again. With Barajo, West, Pavlovich, and James, as Jeff said, a very small lineup right now. James inside, count it, and a foul. When you see him make plays like that, it's like you feel he can do that every single time. He's so powerful.
You talk about strength and ability and high IQ. He understands he can explode, but uses the basket as a shield, eliminating the shot blocking ability of KG. Goes to the opposite side, keeps him on his hip, and finishes.
He has 20 of their 34 points.
And if I was like
Good shot. One of those guys, Daniel Gibson, usually helps them. Allen to the basket. Oh, pretty play for Ray Allen. Perhaps watching today, waiting to see who his team's going to play. And then John and Mike's Spade 5 playoff plays. Pavlovich, Jones, three-pointer. That's good. Big bucket there for Damon Jones.
Continues to trust his team.
Delonte West, just a scrappy player. Perkins able to hit.
Walk into the second half and extend the lead. You're walking the ball up every single time. You gave up 2 wide open threes. You cannot ease into this thing. You've got to be kidding me.
Pierce hits a 3. Big bucket. And the first half. Pierce around defenders, finds Rondo. Bad pass to Garnett. Garnett now drives inside, banks it in. Just third. Delonte West might be the point guard, but LeBron James is doing all the ball handling from here on in. You can bet that. Shot clock down to 6. James. It's good.
Defensive sets look good.
And this is why Celtic fans were fearful of the Game 7 against the LeBron James as Pierce comes back because of what a superstar can do. But in their favor, Paul Pierce is playing like a superstar here this afternoon. Midway through the third, James hits a 3. That's his first three-pointer here in Boston. Pierce, even the hustle plays for the Celtic captain. Here's the double. Pierce, he's feeling it. Paul Pierce lighting it up with 33. His nickname is the Truth. Shaquille O'Neal actually gave him that nickname years ago when Pierce was a younger player. Ben Wallace on a nice feed from Delonte West. And during that timeout, they played that Tom Cruise Jack.
I can't repeat what he said to him, but gosh, it was great.
Rondo, terrific move. Rajon Rondo, and it's back up to 5 as these two teams now exchanging baskets. It has been a series dominated by defense. Nice putting it in the hole, though, here in the third. Shot clock down to 6. West dribbles it off his foot, off Rondo's foot. So still Cavs ball with 4 on the shot clock.
But Delonte West has done a very good job to start this half running side pick and roll. He's got him shots. He's turned the corner.
I think the crowd just saw the replay on the big screen. But Rondo didn't argue. Well, they get it back anyway.
You will get fouled.
Pierce nearly stripped. Good strength that time for Pierce. Brown with the bucket. It has been a struggle for one of the game's all-time three-point shooters. Joe Smith. Boy, to have a guy like that who can for 24 from downtown in the series. That was a great look.
Those last two shots are shots that Ray Allen has to knock down. Wide open looks, uncontested, and he is a shooter.
James hands it off. West for three. Hits it. Delonte West from down.
If you don't win this game, I'd like him being back in the game so early.
Eddie House out there with Rondo. Ray Allen on the bench now. Rondo kicks it out. House, that's a two. Won't go. Garnett the rebound. His 12th of the game. Pierce gets past James. Nice feed inside. Quickly push. Pavlovich inside. James has it knocked out of his hands. James says, let's start again. Doc Rivers wanted a discontinuation. He is irate at Eddie F. Rush. James for three. Won't go. Posey able to corral it. Pierce has just been brilliant today. On the pull-up. Puts it in. What a tough shot from Paul Pierce.
Clearing the way, isolation, knocking down the jump shot as LeBron is on his heels.
37 now for Paul Pierce. LeBron James kicks it out. The extra pass. Pavlovich wide open. And that's a two-pointer. His foot on the line.
Trying to get your feet set. Get behind the line. Know where you are. You don't shoot long, too. So that three-pointer is going to be a big factor.
Garnett. Double team. And comes up short. P.J. Brown lays it in on the follow. A little urged on by the noise meter here. James, that's a three. It's good. LeBron James from downtown. And it's back to a 4-point game.
This game. Anything else is inexcusable. Get the ball to Pierce.
Pierce on the drive, on the pull-up. It's good.
So Paul Pierce is what's working. Get him the ball and get out of his way.
James and Pierce going back and forth at each other. James will try another three. Knocks it down. Back to back.
And we know where the basketball is going. It's up to Pierce whether to do it for himself or find the open guy.
Knocked it off the leg. James, excellent defense to force the turnover. One of these two are going to have a great performance and come out a loser.
Well, the great players say, get out of my way. It's time for me to make a play. Pierce is doing that on his end.
And again, this one was well defended too. James just rose up and stuck the three. The question is, what do you do about him? You just hope you get one of those two guys in the draft. That's what makes you a great team.
Under 5 to play. Again, the Celtics have led the entire game by as many as 13 in the first half, by as many as 10 in the second half. James, Garnett on him. Shot clock down to 5. James on the drive, gets inside, tough shot, he knocks it down. P.J. Brown making big plays here in the fourth quarter. Pierce spinning back out to Garnett. And Rondo will try and reset. Good defense from West. Pierce to Garnett again. Tough shot. It's good. Celtics by 5. In a series that has featured tough defense and some rough shooting, guys are making shots. James with the steal. Here he goes. And James makes it a 1-point game with 2:20 to play. Celtics have led the entire game, trying to hang on and advance to the conference finals. Pierce, House. Brown the jump shot. Puts it in. P.J. Brown, the unlikely hero.
Inbounds, gets it to Paul Pierce.
Here's telling Garnett to go away. James has played some great defense in this series. Just holding it. Shot clock at 8. Pierce making his move. Finding Garnett. Garnett's jumper won't go. Rebound, LeBron James. Half minute to go. James looking. On the drive, gets inside, tough shot, misses, and Garnett the rebound. Now they have to foul. Pierce ahead to Allen. They have to foul. And they're finally due with 18.8 seconds remaining. And one of the premier free throw shooters in the NBA will go to the line.
three. They actually allowed LeBron James to dribble to the line.
Allen has been the best free throw shooter in the playoffs. He's now 31 for 32 in this year's postseason. And he gives them a 4-point lead, 2-possession game. Incredible numbers from the line. 2 clutch free throws from Ray Allen. And West to inbound. James, he'll drive. James gets inside. He's fouled. Shot won't go. That would have been a continuation, and he'll go to the line and only strength and ability to get a shot off even after getting fouled. And he misses a free throw. Conley puts that one in. 4-point game. Cavs will try and steal, and then they'll foul, and they do so. But he hasn't taken a free throw since the regular season. And we say it comes down to knocking down free throws.
You know, Mike, I was going to say it, but I won.
And if I'm Mike Brown, I'm not taking a timeout. I'm trying to get a 3 in transition.
Clutch free throws from the Celtics. Back up by 6. 2-possession game. James kicks it out. Pavlovich for 3. Puts it in. 3-point game with 8.6 remaining. And there Pierce is fouled. And this. It goes in. 40 points for Pierce. And a huge sigh of relief as the lead goes up to 4. Boy, did it
knock down 1. It makes life tough for the Cavs.
Clutch free throws again. And the lead is 5. James gets it. Fires up a quick 3. Won't go. Smith the rebound. Back out. Stolen by House. And that'll do it. The Celtics are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2000.